To do your doodle. No, that's not a great title for this video, is it? How to groom something with poo in it. No, that's not so good, actually. How to groom a curly-coated dog. That's better. How do you know if you've got a curly-coated dog? Well, usually it'll have a curly coat, which is a dead giveaway. It might also have a name that's derived from its breed and the breed poodle, like Cockapoo, Cavapoo, Labradoodle, and so on. Here's some examples. This has poodle in it. This has poodle. 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 Not poodle. Poodle. Pot noodle. Poodle. You get the idea. So in this instructional video, we are aiming to show you how to keep on top of your curly canine's grooming to stop it becoming matted. This here is a dog. More specifically, it's Copper. Hey, Copper. Copper here is a Cockapoo, a cross between a Cocker Spaniel and a Poodle. And because of that, he has super curly hair. A little bit like Leo Sayer. It's important to groom Leo Sayer as often as you can, daily if possible. We'll use Copper here to demonstrate. A good time to do this is just before bedtime, when the two of you are sitting comfortably watching Breaking Bad. It's advisable to choose a time where the both of you are relaxed, as this can be a great bonding experience between owner and pet. Bad times to groom include when out walking, swimming, or driving. You should start grooming the dog from it being a puppy to prevent any mats developing. If the dog's already grown and developed mats, take them for a professional groom to cut the mats out and then begin your home grooming routine afterward. Does that feel nice, Copper? Does it? Good boy! Treats are a great way to keep your dog invested in the process. If they're a relaxed dog like Copper here, he can be stood up on a small coffee table or a step to help you get underneath him. But make sure it's steady and secure. Do not place them on top of a stepladder or the shed, as this can lead to the dog falling. If your dog is a little more excitable, help from another person to steady them is advisable. If your dog is a wild wolf or coyote, lock the door and simply call Mountain Rescue. Cut the dog up into sections. Of course, we don't mean literally, that's what a butcher does, and they train for many years. We mean in your mind. Section the dog into back legs, front legs, and head. This is the head. Starting on the top of the back, work the hair in sections and start at the base using a metal comb, working through the hairs to the tip. Once the comb moves freely through that section, move on to the next section and so on until there's no leg left. This usually happens around the foot area. Areas to concentrate on are around the back of the ears, the armpits, their bottoms, and, sorry Copper, but their hygiene area. Once you've worked through them with the comb and you're happy there are no knots, give them one final poof up using a slicker brush. These can be bought at pet shops and are great for working through the finer hairs, although we advise to use briefly in an area and not near the face, as they can be sharp. Also, if you find a mat, don't tug at it like a sailor on a rope. It can hurt the dog, so this is probably a job for a professional. Now is a good time for another treat, like a small piece of cheese, a carrot, or a day at Alton Towers. Good boy, Copper. Remember, this isn't complicated or scary, it's just needed regularly. Treat it as though it was your child. You'd brush their hair every day. You'd even put them in a nice dress to send them to school in. Maybe not, eh, Copper? So to recap, comb regularly, section by section, and take your time. It can be a lengthy process, but a dog's diary's pretty empty. And don't forget, if you have any questions, you can contact us here at Dogs and Divas. Or speak to your groomer. Bye, Copper! You're not taking that dress off then, Copper? We recommend you take your dog to the groomers every 4 to 6 weeks, as well as daily brushing.